Stella Creasy, MP in the House of Commons. Big debate today, Esther, about should babies be allowed in the House of Commons. Thoughts on that?
No. It's that simple. It's a place of work. That's not a place for children. And I'm very pro, well, I'm obviously very pro family, but I'm also very pro making society as child friendly as possible. So I think the more we're moving towards sort of these isolationist technology bubbles, and adults can literally sit in front of a TV and binge watch stuff for hours.
But this baby's 13 weeks old. Let me give you the other side to that. She's 13 weeks old. She's being breastfed by her mother. She needs to be with Stella 24/7.
She shouldn't be in the Commons.
Then if she's not in the Commons, everybody will say, you're pathetic. You should be back at work. You're earning lots of money, won't they?
Everyone would say you're a parent and you're doing your first and most important responsibility first. I don't think any mother who has a 13-week-old child would seriously berate this woman, or any father who has a wife with a 13-week-old child.
I had to come back to work when my child. No, I'm joking. Karen.
Exactly. And I think this is the thing, because we're trying to turn society into a bunch of genderless bots. We forget that men and women are different. This woman actually give birth to the child.
Trying to turn society into a bunch of what? Gender what?
Genderless bots. We're all the same. Men and women are not different. Why highlight the differences between men and women? But unfortunately, for people that think this way, this woman is a woman and had a child, gave birth to a baby.
What do you think about the Brits wanting to get rid of best male and best female?
The irony is actually probably going to hurt women in the music industry more than they think. This is the thing, because only a fraction of women have actually won these sort of the major categories at the Brit Awards in the last 20 years. And that's really because of, you know, the likes of Adele and Dua Lipa and all these sort of bigger female stars. It's really not a very feminine dominated or even feminine present award ceremony. And they're actually going to hurt women more by doing this, which is the ironic thing about this. But again, you know me, I think all this stuff is always ridiculous.
Well, I love you. I'm just going to throw something else at you. What do you think about the way J.K. Rowling was banned from the 20th anniversary celebrations of those three young kids she took from nothing to make multi-millionaires, the boot in, and the woman's having death threats sent to her house? What do you make of that?
For having a different opinion. It just shows that, you know, a movement that is so hell-bent on not letting other people have different opinions is a movement that's doomed to collapse on itself. Because if you have J.K. Rowling, who's very, very, very liberal, and she's very live and let live, I mean, I genuinely think if there was ever a more moderate spokesperson for that side of the political aisle, it would be her, being effectively banished, threatened, harassed for having a different opinion, for stating that science is real and biology and
I don't want to get into that specific argument, but I do think that if we live in a society where, quite rightly, by the way, all opinions matter and people should be able to say them, for years, if they haven't been able to, they should have the confidence to be able to say it. But I worry that we go the other way now, and that the new mob, if you have an opinion that differs to theirs, they don't just go, well, it's democracy, we disagree. They get you cancelled or whatever. Final thing, which is, I mean, to me, the most shocking news story of the day is the Windrush situation. I mean, what happened to the Windrush generation was bad enough already. But to then put, you know, the inquiry into how badly this was organised and compensation was to be decided in the hands of the very body that messed it up in the first place, the Home Office, is utterly farcical, isn't it?
Yeah, I think an independent. But this is the thing, right? Because, and this is part of a broader issue, which I have with our politicians and in politics in general. It's just talk. Right? If you really had these people's best interests at heart after the horrific sort of public issue that they had to face with their identities effectively being stripped, why would you then put it in the hands of the same body that messed it up in the first place?
No, I don't get it.
It's complete lunacy. But I again, this is our politics now. It's all just talk, and it's all just coming off as good people and doing things for face value as opposed to actually caring. But I'm glad it's been brought to light, because an issue like this could have easily been swept under the rug.
I got a lovely text here. You go easy on our Esther, Jez. She's the bomb. Absolutely loved talking to you, Esther. Thank you so much, and look forward to speaking to you again very soon.